Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Praise Time with Peter. Finally got a name for this thing, and today is actually my 11th wedding anniversary to my absolutely beautiful and wonderful wife, Lynn. And we've been together about 17 years. Well, coming up in April, 17 years. I mean, yeah, there was some on and off stuff, but we don't count that because we never really dated anybody else and during that time, and it was just stupid adolescent crap. But today's going to be filled with stories, both humorous and probably a couple of, at least one more serious one. But as this is Praise Time with Peter, I thought and before we get to the anniversary, well, this is kind of for the, I asked my wife what her favorite praise or hymn songs were, and she gave me a couple that she said, well, I really like a lot of them, but these two are on my mind lately. I'm like, I get that. When someone asks me what my favorite song is, I brain freeze, not because, well, I mean, this happens too. But not because, I suddenly can't remember anything about myself. But when it comes to music, I just can't. It's probably what I listened to a minute ago. Oh, that's my favorite song. No, there's so many. There's just so many that I like and I want to do. But these first couple of songs are kind of by request of my wife. So here we go today. Yeah. Light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent with you. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. King of all days, oh so highly exalted, glorious in heaven above. Humbly you came to the earth you created, all for love's sake became poor. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. And I'll never know how much it costs to see my sin upon that cross. And I'll never know how much it costs to see my sin upon that cross. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. Alright. And you can see I got a nice intact guitar today. My wife got her, it had to be replaced, and I was going to rename her, but she looks exactly the same. So this is Arwen 2.0 if you prefer, but I was going to name the new guitar, if it was different enough, Rahab. And you're like, why Rahab? Well, in the Bible, Rahab is actually, she was a prostitute, actually. And the Bible says, it points out some things about people not to be judgmental, but just as a matter of fact. I mean, this was, even in her own culture, she was not, well thought of or anything. And God still used her. He used her to save Israel, to save her family, and is in the lineage of Jesus on Mary's side. Just like the whole book of Ruth, Ruth was not an Israelite. She was not, a Jew. She was a Moabitess. She was from Moab. And she is in the lineage of Jesus because she is the grandmother of Jesse, so the great-grandmother of King David, whom, the Messiah had to be born through, in the family of David. So, two people, not of God's people, but welcome into the family either. And I think that God put that in the Bible to make us all feel good about. Sometimes we don't feel worthy. Well, technically neither were they. We don't have to. He makes us worthy. We don't have to be worthy. But this next song is a serious song, and I like the message. I like the stuff in it. But my wife, a lot of her family, her cousins mostly, and one of my best friends, Jordan Belmore, are all horror movie fans. Good Christian people who like horror movies. I don't get it. But I was never horror. And I saw a movie called The Shining. And I think the phrase, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, is much older than that movie. But that's kind of what made it famous for a lot of us here in the 21st century. And this song, by Casting Crowns, starts with a variation of that phrase. And sometimes it doesn't let me take the whole song seriously. And it's called American Dream, and it's about, there's nothing wrong with the American Dream, but sometimes we get so obsessed with chasing it, we miss everything. And that is not the American. The American Dream is to be stable, not to be filthy rich, but to be comfortable and still be able to do the stuff we need to do for whatever various reasons. But the guy in this song completely misses the boat. Alright, the song tells the story, so, and there's really no intro. This was a really hard song for me to learn. I'm still not confident that I got it down. I considered doing it with my electric guitar, but But anyway, here we go. All work and no play made Jack a dull boy, but all work and no God has left Jack with a lost soul. But he's moving on full steam, he's chasing the American dream. He's gonna give his family a finer thing. Not this time, son, I've no time to waste. Maybe tomorrow I'll have time to play. And then he slips into his new BMW and drives farther and farther and farther away. 'Cause he works all day and tries to sleep at night. Says things will get better in time. So he works and he builds with his own two hands, and he pours all he has in a castle made with sand. But the wind and the rain are coming crashing in. Time will tell just how long his kingdom stands. His kingdom stands. Was American dream is beginning to seem more and more like a nightmare with every passing day. Daddy, can you come to my game? Oh baby, please don't work late. Another wasted weekend and they are slipping away. 'Cause he works all day and lies awake at night. Tells them things will get better, it'll just take a little more time. So he works and he builds with his own two hands, and he pours all he has in a castle made with sand. But the wind and the rain are coming crashing in. Time will tell just how long his kingdom stands. his kingdom stand. He used to say whoever dies with the most toys wins, but if he loses his soul, what has he gained in the end? I'll take a shack on a rock over a castle in the sand. Now he works all day and cries alone at night. He's not getting any better, looks like he's running out of time. 'Cause he worked and he built with his own two hands, and he poured all he had in a castle made with sand. But the wind and the rain are coming crashing in. Time will tell just how long his kingdom stands. His kingdom stands. All they really wanted was you. All they really wanted was you. All they really wanted was you. One thing I notice about this song sometimes is the little phrase at the end of each verse. His situation gets worse. He works all day and tries to sleep at night. He works all day and lies awake at night. And then he works all day and cries alone at night. It just gets worse. Every well, it's worse when that one's in the bridge. But, you know, and sometimes, it's funny, most of my Casting Crown song I got out of an actual, like, book. You know, they released, like, the sheet music. Then I put the chords in. And to be honest with you, sometimes I don't think they followed their own sheet music. Or whatever, like, sometimes it didn't match up, and that's not straight enough the way I need it to. Hang on. I need to rearrange my setup a little bit here. Because, oh Lord. That's not going to work. Oh boy. Here we go. Hopefully that does it. I said hopefully. Alright. It's one of them 3-pagers. This next song, a little bit more serious. No, I mean, actually, the next two songs, boy band style. This one is more recent. The next one's from the 90s. And, you know, that's what I sing. You know, your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. That's me and my wife. She don't dance and I don't rock and roll, because neither one of us dance. I can kind of rock and roll, but I'm not very good at it. I sing harmonies. I sing... Well, just, I don't want to say normal, because everyone's normal is different, but I just sing. And anybody with young children has probably seen both Frozen movies, so you kind of know what's coming here. And in the second one, they released the song that was modeled after the 90s pop ballads, and I don't have a bunch of people to back me up, so the ending of the song is... Actually, this whole song is hard. There's a lot of chords weren't going to work out no matter what I did, so I had to learn a bunch of new chords, and I was still struggling with it. I had it once or twice, and then, kind of, but... And it also works better if my wife would sing it, but unfortunately I'm the singer in the family. Which, here, little funny story, I'll embarrass you, sweetie. Happy anniversary. I don't know, maybe I've shared this story before. Many of you have heard it. But, because anyone who's heard my brother, Adam, or my father sing, gets freaked out the first time they see me on stage, because I get my singing ability from my mother's side of the family, because nobody can sing. Not a lot of people in my family can sing. And so one day, my church on Peaks Island went to run the evenings, because we didn't have an evening service. So we went to be in charge of the evening service at the church that helped us get established on the mainland. And, excuse me, she was late, her and her best friend, of course, you know, fashionably late. Speaking of high school, I got all these stinking cowlicks again. And I had already led the music. You know, they missed all the congregational singing. And she knew I was on the island doing music stuff, but somehow never crossed her mind that I could sing. And she said, oh, he's going to embarrass me, because I'm going to sing a solo. And she's like, oh my gosh. And he's like, oh wow, he's not bad. And her best friend Mallory, we've talked about her before here. It's like, you didn't know he could sing? I knew he could sing. You know your boyfriend a little more. So I mean, a lot of people feel. I'm sure Dale Bork, who's good friends with my brother, probably was shocked the first time he heard me sing. I mean, people keep telling me I'm good. I don't see it, but as long as people keep enjoying it, I'll keep doing it. But this next song, again, is more probably for my wife to sing, because it deals with the person you love going away. I'm the one who's has had to go away, whether it was for military training or to come out here to North Dakota to get a house and all that stuff. I'm the one who's always leaving. I mean, she did go to Florida. I mean, that was her grandparents' fault. But I mean, grand total, I mean, I didn't have any super long deployments. Kind of bittersweet about that, but I mean, I've still probably spent about a grand total of 2.5, 3 years away from my family. So I know a lot of people have had it worse, had it longer, but it was still rough. And the first part of this I kind of got to do from memory, because the Rangers Are Better Than People reprise from the first movie kind of lends itself into this. So let's see if I can get this right. Reindeers are better than people. Sven, don't you Sven, why is love so hard? You feel what you feel, and your feelings are real. Come on, Kristoff, let down your guard. Again you're gone, off on a different path than mine. I'm left behind, wondering if I should follow. You had to go, and of course it's always fine. I probably could catch up with you tomorrow. But is this what it feels like to be growing apart? When did I become the one who's always chasing your heart? Now I turn around and find I am lost in the woods. North is south, right is left when you're gone. I'm the one who sees you home, but now I'm lost in the woods, and I don't know what path you are on. I'm lost in the woods. Up till now, the next step was a question of how. I never thought it was a question of whether. Who am I? I messed that up entirely. Wow. I'm not having a good time with this. I'm not going to go through all that again. We're going to start from the beginning of verse 2. And then maybe sometime in the future, I'll get it right. I'm sorry, everybody, especially you, sweetie. Up till now, the next step was a question of how. I never thought it was a question of whether. Who am I? If I'm not your guy, where am I? We're not together forever. Now I know you're my true north, because I'm lost in the woods. Up is down, day is night when you're not there. Oh, you're my only landmark, so I'm lost in the woods, wondering if you still care. But I'll wait for a sign that I'm your past, 'cause you are mine. Until then, I'm lost in the woods, oh, lost in the woods, in the woods. I'm lost in the woods. I'm lost in the woods. Something like that. Like I said, it's hard. That ending is hard because they've got 5 or 6 dudes doing incredibly complex harmonies. And I just got me and my guitar. And believe it or not, it's one of them songs I did better in practice. But this next song, again, I'm better at the pop thing, so, and I'm planning someday to make, I mean, this is the 11th anniversary, not exactly a landmark, but still pretty impressive. For one of our big anniversaries, like, I don't know, maybe not this coming one, because in April, you know, married 11 years, but in April we'll been together 17, like I think I said at the beginning of the video. So, I don't know, maybe the year after that, when it's been 18 years. I want to take all the songs I've learned, maybe that one, and do it better next time. That would be nice. And just do all the ones I've done, because I mean, there's so many songs that are special to my wife and I. I mean, mostly When You Say Nothing at All, and we used to laugh about Gonna Love You Forever, you know, Randy Travis, which I've done both of those, and all the songs I've learned for her. I've tried to learn. I mean, this is how I give. This is how I love, especially since I don't exactly have a lot of money to go on fancy dates or trips or anything. So I mean, even this has kind of been expensive. I mean, when you consider buying a new guitar, paper and ink to print off all this music, or even buying devices so I can digitalize all of it. I mean, there's an investment here. But this is how I show my affection. And anyway, but like I said, and she kind of likes this, even though she wasn't into the boy band type. I mean, even when I started listening to a lot of Christian music, I went to things like the Gaither Vocal Band and certain a cappella groups and stuff. I just like the vocal band sound. You know, I just yeah, I was in the country too, I guess. But this song was semi-challenging to learn. I mean, I don't know. Okay, come on. Get in case I need you. Alright, but, this is my, my first program back, and I'm hoping, my sister-in-law and brother invited me to sing at their bakery, because they have a porch and a great place for a live venue, and I'm hoping, I'm not sure how I'm going to do. I might not be able to do live videos from there. I'll probably just do the lineup I do here, there. But if you're a local North Dakota resident, or if you happen to be visiting, on Saturday, probably afternoonish, I don't know. Like I said, I'm really busy lately. I'm trying to do some work for a friend. Gonna take some scheduling. Gonna take some effort here. Maybe Saturday mornings and the afternoon I'll go work. Just do two lineups of whatever I'm doing for Praise Time with Peter. But yeah, come swing on by Mend Bakery, M-E-N-D. Mend. It's a cute little play on words for the Maine and North Dakota thing. They got great food. I'm not just saying that. If they didn't have good food, I wouldn't go there. I tell them. No, they great homemade baked goods and sandwiches, and on Saturdays they serve breakfast. Pretty good breakfast too. So swing on by. Here in Tioga, North Dakota. But anyway, this song, probably one of my favorites, and a lot of the boy bands had a lot of little love songs, and yet all their relationships were unstable. But anyways, I hope you enjoy this in my attempt at this song. So here we go. Can this be true? Tell me, can this be real? How can I put into words what I feel? My life was complete, I thought I was whole. Why do I feel like I'm losing control? Never thought that love could feel like this. And you changed my world with just one kiss. How can it be that right here with me there's an angel, there's a miracle? Your love is like a river, peaceful and deep. Your soul is like a secret that I never could keep. When I look into your eyes, I know that it's true. God must have spent a little more time on you. In all of creation, all things great and small, you are the one that surpasses them all. More precious than any diamond or pearl. They broke the mold when you came in this world. And I'm trying hard to figure out just how I ever did without warmth of your smile, the heart of a child that's deep inside, makes me purified. Your love is like a river, peaceful and deep. Your soul is like a secret that I never could keep. When I look into your eyes, I know that it's true. God must have spent a little more time on you. Oh, I never thought that love could feel like this. And you changed my world with just one kiss. Oh, how can it be that right here with me there's an angel, it's a miracle. Your love is like a river, peaceful and deep. Your soul is like a secret that I never could keep. When I look into your eyes, I know that it's true. God must have spent a little more time on you. Oh, God must have spent a little more time on you. A little more time on you. Alright, guys. Well, thank you for joining me for the season 2 premiere of Praise Time with Peter. Funny, most shows have everything. It's not even a show. I don't even call this a show or a program. I don't even know if I'd want to get into that. I mean, I think when people get their own TV shows, become jerks. So I don't want to do that. But I mean, most entertainment things have a title before they even get going. But we don't have that kind of organization here. I'm just a guy in his bedroom with a guitar. You know, I like to sing. I like to do all that stuff. I'm sorry about that Lost in the Woods song. I practice my brains out. Or mostly when my wife wasn't here, or during my break at work, I'd sneak into the music room at the school and try to practice a little bit. And I thought I had it. I mean, some of them chords are really hard because especially because I'm further down the fretboard because there's some sharps and stuff, and then I gotta go. You know, if I'm going back to oh no, wait, I'm still a fret down, and I gotta go back, and a little challenging. But I thought I had it. I went through it a lot, and next time there will be a next time. I don't like doing that. I like to give you guys something a little bit better, which is why I practice. But no, I've actually seen sometimes when professional bands they kind of mess up and they so. But I mean, as always, go back and watch it. I've seen people popping in and out. My view counter here, or people watching counter. But thanks for watching. Thanks for coming around. And Flynn, I love you. You know, our next in April anniversary would be about half my life. So about the next day will probably be over half my life. We've been together, so way over half her life. Basically more time spent with her than without her. And I guess that's what makes this anniversary pretty significant. You know, we're coming up on a couple of milestones here. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get that big video with all those songs maybe ready for the next one. But I love you. Happy anniversary, sweetheart. And guys, I'll be back next week. And the worst part is I don't have a lineup yet. Even last season. That's weird to say. Last season I was a lot more prepared. I mean, this whole thing has really been by the seat of the pants almost the entire time. Sometimes I wouldn't have the lineup till the day before. Sometimes I'd have like 2 months in advance. Who knows? We don't know what this is going to do. And that's the beauty of this. It's random. There's very little planning that goes on here, unless it's something really special or significant. So, thanks for watching. Please come by next week. And if you're in North Dakota, I'm not sure what my schedule's going to be yet for going to the bakery and singing, but we're going to get something together because I really want to do that. And I'm actually working on a couple of songs that I know my brother and my sister-in-law like. At least my brother. I'll have to ask Chris what she likes. But, you know, and there's going to be some pretty meaningful stuff there too. And I hope it goes well. Pray for me and my voice. I've been struggling with some of my range. A song I know I can hit. I've done it before, and I was practicing it this week, and it didn't. I'm like, what happened? Where'd my voice go? Hello? You know, kind of looking for it. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please tune in next week, and hopefully we'll have something exciting for you. Thanks. Have a good day.